Cha. Yo, what's up guys? We are from TSP1 Biology Group and I will introduce my teammate for you. Alright, so this is my first friend here. Looking weird. Looking energetic. So we have two of our friends here studying. And our last friend here, say hi.
So what exactly is infertility? Infertility is a condition where a couple is unable to conceive after 12 months of unprotected sexual intercourse. It affects around 10 to 15% of reproductive age couples in Malaysia. From a biological perspective, infertility can result from problems in either the female or male reproductive system.
In females, common causes include ovulation disorders like polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, blocked fallopian tubes, or endometriosis, which can interfere with fertilization or implantation. While in males, infertility is often linked to low sperm count, poor sperm motility, or abnormal sperm shape, all of which can reduce the chances of successful fertilization.
According to a December 2023 Bernama report, more Malaysia couples are now seeking medical help due to the rising of infertility rates. Factors like delayed marriage, obesity, stress, and unhealthy lifestyles are contributing to the problem. So as a result, assisted reproductive technologies like IVF are becoming more popular in Malaysia.
Next, I will be sharing with you some current important data relating to infertility. This issue has become more noticeable in recent years, and the statistics show a concerning trend that deserves attention. A graph from the National Population and Family Development Board, or LPPKN, showing Malaysia's birth rate trends from 1950 to 2024 shows there's a steady decline in the total fertility rate, or TFR, especially in the last few decades.
In 1970, the fertility rate was about 4.9 children per woman. That means, on average, each woman had nearly 5 children. However, in 2021, this number dropped to 1.7, and in 2022, it dropped even further to just 1.6 children per woman. This is the lowest rate we have seen in over 50 years. From 1970 until 2012, Malaysia's fertility rate was still above the replacement level of 2.1 children per woman. This level is important because it helps maintain a stable population, but since 2013, our TFR has dropped below that point and continues to decline. This decline could be linked to various factors such as lifestyle changes, career priorities, financial stress, or even rising fertility rates. Whatever the reason, the trend is clear. If this continues, it could have serious impacts on our population structure, economy, and future generations. So, it's important we understand and address this issue now.
The chosen treatment is in vitro fertilization, IVF. IVF is a treatment to help people have a baby if they can't get pregnant naturally. In vitro fertilization can help if you have certain health conditions affecting infertility. For example, uterine fibroids, endometriosis, fallopian tube issues, ovulation problems, tubal ligation, preserving fertility, genetic issues, unexplained infertility, and spermal issues. In vitro fertilization has several processes. First, preparing for IVF. Second, ovarian stimulation. Third, egg retrieval. Fourth, fertilization. Fifth, embryo development. Sixth, embryo transfer. And the last one, pregnancy test. How does in vitro fertilization process work? First, preparing for IVF. Doctors may prescribe birth control pills or estrogen to regulate your menstrual cycle and prevent ovarian cysts. This helps prepare your body for the treatment. Second, ovarian stimulation. You will receive hormone injections to help multiple eggs mature in your ovaries. Your progress will be monitored with ultrasounds and blood tests. A trigger shot is administered to finalize egg maturation before the retrieval procedure. Third, egg retrieval. Using a thin needle, eggs are collected from your ovaries. These eggs are then placed in a dish with a special solution and kept in an incubator. Fourth, fertilization. Mature eggs are fertilized in a lab using sperm. Some eggs may be frozen for future use. Fifth, embryo development. The fertilized eggs grow into embryos over 5 to 6 days. Only embryos that develop properly Approximately 50% of them are used or frozen for later use. 6th, embryo transfer. Fresh embryos are transferred to your uterus 3 to 7 days after the egg retrieval. If frozen embryos are used, they are thawed and transferred at a later time, often after hormone preparation. This procedure is quick and painless, resembling a pap smear. 7th, pregnancy test. Around 9 to 14 days after the embryo transfer, a blood test is performed to check if the embryo has implanted in your uterus. If donor eggs are being used, the same steps apply, but the embryo is transferred to the person carrying the pregnancy. It is important to consult with your doctor to fully understand the process and determine what approach is best for you. In vitro fertilization gives you higher chance of pregnancy, helps overcome fertility issues, genetic testing available, and fertility preservation, while the IVF also gives you emotional and psychological stress, financial costs, physical side effects, and no guaranteed success.
So, as a part of our assignment, we also explored the Islamic perspective on IVF. Islam allows the medical treatment for infertility as long as it follows the clear ethical rules based on Sharia. So, according to the National Centre for Biotechnology Information and Malaysia's National Fatwa Council, IVF is permitted in Islam under specific conditions. The sperm and egg must come from a legally married couple, and the embryo must be implanted in the wife's womb while the marriage is still valid. Islam does not allow a third-party donor, like sperm or egg donors or surrogates, because it may cause confusion in family lineage and inheritance. To support this, we also referred to a fatwa by the Mufti of Wilayah Persekutuan, where it explains that even using the frozen sperm of a deceased husband is not allowed. The reason is that the marriage ends at the time of the death. So, any IVF procedure done after that would not be valid in Islam. This shows that how carefully Islam protects family and moral values, even in cases of advanced technology. One verse from the Quran that supports this understanding is from Surah Ash-Shura, verse 49.
To Allah alone belongs the kingdom of the heaven and the earth. He creates whatever He wills. He blesses whoever He wills with daughters and blesses whoever He wills with sons.
This verse reminds us that children are a gift from Allah, but it is still encouraged to seek treatment in a way that is halal and respectful to Islamic teachings. This is one of the reasons our group is choosing IVF. It is not only medically effective, but also accepted in Islam when done in the right way.
To conclude, infertility has become a growing challenge here in Malaysia, affecting many couples who dream of having children. Thankfully, modern treatments such as IVF or in vitro fertilization offer real hope. With proper medical guidance and compliance with religious values, IVF is proven to be a safe and effective method. However, it's not just about medical solutions. Our society must also play its part. We need to reduce the stigma around infertility and show support to those going through fertility treatments. In summary, infertility in Malaysia is not only a medical issue, but one that's linked to broader changes in our society, such as delayed marriage, urban lifestyle, and changing expectations. Understanding these trends and offering support to those affected is the first step toward building a more compassionate and informed society.